So I'm going to find the straightest edge, because once again, we're not making furniture, and put my combination square on it and just strike me a line to, as a guide for cutting. I'm going to take that line around the corners. Since I haven't put these through the planer and the joiner, these may or may not be 90-degree corners here, so I'm not going to take them off of each side. I'm just going to use one as a reference, so these two surfaces for a reference, and work off of that, because they at least appear to be the straightest, most square ones. Then I'm gonna use my dog holes here. What these are called here, dog holes. Use them for, interestingly enough, either bench dogs like this guy here, just something to brace against in your bench, or for holdfasts, which are these ductile iron hooks that we put down in there. And because of the angle in putting them under tension, I've given a good solid whack with my mallet here. It pins it down pretty sharply. Now, you may notice that my work, this board is kind of bouncing up in the air down here at the end now that I pinned it down here. That could be one of two things. Either the board is obviously not flat on that side, which is probably true, but also because this workbench is not perfectly flat either, because once I got it close to resembling something I could work on, I just started working on it rather than continuing to flatten the surface so that I had a perfectly flat surface to work with, which is something that I should have done. But when you're eager to move on to your next project, or actually making something nice, you tend to if you're not really careful, you tend to get ahead of yourself. But now that it's pinned down again, I don't know if you can see the line in that, but we start off on one corner. As I said before, this is a pull saw, so I'm pushing it first to kind of start my line, to get a little notch in there so that it doesn't jump around on me. And use very small motions to start with until you get a nice curve going, which is the track there in the wood where the saw blade is going. And once you get your nice curve going, slowly level it out so that it stays on the line. And then rotate it around the edge to get a curve going down that line so you have something to guide you. And then you just work your way back and forth. Until you cut through. You can see the moisture in there.